You know that credit card sitting in your wallet? Most people just see it as a way to buy things. But what if I told you it's actually a powerful financial toolbox just waiting to be opened? Well, today we're going to crack it open and show you exactly what's inside. Look, let's be real. Credit cards can absolutely be a trap. If you're carrying a balance month to month, those high interest rates can be brutal. But that's not the whole story, not even close. When you use that same piece of plastic responsibly, it completely flips the script and becomes one of the best financial tools you can have. So what's the secret sauce? It's incredibly simple. Pay your bill in full, on time, every single month, no exceptions. Do that and you unlock 3 huge advantages. First, you're basically getting an interest-free loan for over a month. Second, you're building an amazing credit score, which saves you a ton of money on future loans for a car or a house. And third, you start earning awesome rewards on money you were gonna spend anyway. So let's get into the toolbox. We're gonna break down 4 key tools. We'll start with the rewards engine, then move to the deal maximizer. After that, we'll cover the 0% interest loan. And for all you pros out there, we'll finish with the art of leverage. All right, first up, let's grab the easiest tool to start using right away. This is the rewards engine. It's all about making your daily spending work for you. Okay, so your first big choice is this: points or cashback. Think of it this way. Points are like a foreign currency. If you love to travel and you're willing to do a little homework, you can get amazing value, sometimes turning 1 point into 2, 3, or even more cents for flights and hotels. On the other hand, cashback is just what it sounds like. It's simple, it's predictable. It's just cold, hard cash back in your pocket. Perfect if you value simplicity over everything else. And here's where the strategy really comes to life. You have to match the right card to your lifestyle, you know? If you're an online shopping fiend, a card like the HDFC Millennia giving you 5% cash back is a no-brainer. If you're constantly ordering food, something like the Access Bank Neo card could save you a fortune. The key is to look at where your money is actually going each month and then find the card that gives you the biggest kickback for that specific category. But you want to know the real pro move? You don't just pick one. The smartest players use a hybrid strategy. You might have one card that racks up travel points for dining out and vacations, and then a totally separate, simple cashback card for all your boring bills and groceries. That way, you're squeezing value out of every single dollar you spend. All right, let's pick up our second tool, the deal maximizer. This is where we get a little more proactive. We're going beyond just the standard rewards and learning how to layer discounts for some truly massive savings. The first part of this strategy involves something called rotating categories. Some cards offer a supercharged 5% cashback rate, which is huge. But the catch is, the category it applies to changes every few months. So for 3 months, it might be grocery stores, and the next 3 months, it could switch to gas stations or Amazon. For example, you might see the Chase Freedom Flex offering that 5% on Amazon, while the Discover It card is giving it to you at restaurants. But here is the most important part. You see that little star at the bottom? You almost always have to log into your account and click a button to activate the category each quarter. If you forget, you get nothing. It's free money, so don't leave it on the table. Okay, the second part of this tool is merchant offers. These are little hidden gems. You just have to scroll through your credit card app and you'll find these special deals the bank has made with specific stores. It might be 10% back at a clothing store or 15% back on your next hotel stay. And just like with the rotating categories, it's usually just a one-click activation. Now, this is where the magic happens. We're gonna stack our savings. So imagine you wanna buy something for $100. First, you activate a 10% back merchant offer in your app. Then you click through your card's online shopping portal to get an extra 2% back. At checkout, you paste in a 15% off coupon code you found. You see what's happening? By layering all these deals, that $100 item might suddenly cost you less than $75. That's the power of the stack. Okay, tool number 3. This one is incredibly powerful, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. We're talking about using a card's 0% introductory APR offer as a strategic, totally interest-free loan. Now, this is not about carrying debt you can't pay off. This is about smart financing. You can use it to spread out the cost of a big, planned purchase like a wedding or a home project over, say, 18 months without paying a single cent of interest. It's also a great shield for your emergency fund if something unexpected pops up, but you can even use it to actually make money. Let me walk you through how that works. Let's say you have a big planned expense coming up, and you've saved up $25,000 in cash to pay for it. Now, the normal thing to do would be to just pay for it with your cash, right? Well, hold on. Instead of spending your cash, you go out and get a new credit card that has a 12-month, 0% intro APR offer. You put the entire $25,000 expense on that new card. Then, you take the $25,000 in cash that you were about to spend and you park it in a high-yield savings account that's earning interest. So what happens? Over the next 12 months, you make your regular payments on the card. Meanwhile, your own cash is just sitting there safe and sound, earning, let's say, 4% interest. At the end of the year, that's an extra $1,000 in your pocket. You literally use the bank's money for free to pay yourself. Now here's the one giant, non-negotiable rule. You must pay off the entire balance before that 0% offer expires. If you don't, the interest can be devastating. All right, for our final tool, we're wading into the deep end. This is a truly advanced strategy, but it's fundamental to how the wealthy build their fortunes. We're talking about the art of leverage and how to make debt work for you. The formal name for this concept is structured debt. Now, don't let the fancy term intimidate you. This isn't the kind of debt you take on for shopping spree. This is about strategically borrowing money to buy an asset, something that's actually going to make you more money in the long run. You know, as wealth strategist Will Roundtree says, the real secret to making money with credit cards is understanding structured debt. It's a total mindset shift. You stop seeing credit as a tool for consumption and start seeing it as a tool for investment. So what does that actually mean? It boils down to this. You use borrowed money, which, by the way, you don't pay taxes on, to buy something that generates more income than what the debt costs you. A simple example, using a business credit card to buy inventory for an online store. The profit you make from selling that inventory easily pays off the card, and everything left over is pure profit. You've just created income out of thin air, using the bank's capital. So, there you have it. We've opened up the entire toolbox. From the simple wins of Cashback to the advanced wealth-building power of structured debt. These are the tools that can change your financial game. The only question left is, what are you going to build?